everyone, and welcome to this new and exciting segment that we like to call Take Two as part of One in a Millennial. Unlike the other videos where you just hear me speak, this one is going to have my husband, Goku, as well, voice a couple of his thoughts on random topics that we often discuss at home, and we thought, why not? Let's also take your opinion on the same. So, to start with, we thought we will get into discussing why we pay to multiple OTT platforms, but we still reach out only for those common shows which are sitcoms that we've rewatched 100 times already, and we still like to watch them. And Goku, I know you know what I'm talking about. I think it'll be Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Friends, Big Bang Theory. How I Met Your Mother also, I think for some people, I know you like it. So why do we like blowing our money on 100 platforms, and each of them is churning out new content every single day, but we still watch the same thing 100 times, so much so that we know the dialogues by heart?
Firstly, thanks, Antra, for having me here. So, secondly, coming back to your question, why do we watch things over and over again? I think we are at this point spoiled for choices to begin with. I think there's umpteen number of shows, umpteen number of streaming platforms. We really don't know what we really want to watch, right? And to talk about us consuming content, it mostly is around the time when we eat or in between calls, or whenever we get that little pocket of time, we try to spend some time on television and watch those favorite shows of ours. So I think what really is happening here is we know that we have this small pocket of time, and we really want to make full utilization of it, right?
Yeah.
we want to have a nice meal, we want to see and enjoy something along with it, and we don't want to take a risk, we don't want to jump into a new series or a new show. We want to be guaranteed that particular piece of entertainment, we want to know that this is something which we will enjoy watching, right? So I think that is one primary reason why we want to rewatch the stuff that we've already watched maybe 1,000 times before. And I think there's this commitment issue also at play here, which is when you commit to a new show, I think if you are few episodes down the line, I think there's this feeling in your head which says that, okay, you've spent so much amount of time already watching so much episodes, why not finish it, see it through, right? So I don't know, that also might be playing in the back of our heads, wherein we think if we start something, we have to see it through, even if we don't like it so much. So I think there's all these multitude of factors that impact this particular decision of what to watch, I feel. Yeah,
that's true. But there is a pattern, right? We stick to fun, chill, slight drama, but mostly great comedy. That's the genre we always stick to, right? Like all these sitcoms that have become popular. So are we extremely sad in our lives that we need this portal which is called OTT or sitcoms to help us escape from reality? We just want to laugh. I think we don't want to use our brains, and these shows don't need brains for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is exactly what it is. Like I said, we have this small window of time that we spend on TV or content, and nobody wants to spend that time, crying or being frustrated or anxious or anything.
Or solving an overly complicated murder mystery.
Whatever, right? So you just want to be happy, you just want to give a good laugh. And I think the fact that most of these sitcoms are 15 minutes to 20 minutes, that also helps.
Oh, yes.
We know that okay, we're not committing too much to it. The episode
Correct.
lengths are short.
Yes.
So, you can finish it off in that small break of yours. So you don't have to pause or stop
Very
midway, right? So I think that also could be one reason.
I know I am very scared to experiment with shows, but I think you are a little more experimentative. You will still take the trouble of looking at something new. You will suggest it only for me to shoot it down instantly. But what are those key parameters that, make you even consider, okay, maybe this show we should be giving a shot. It may be worth our time and it may be interesting. So what catches your attention?
I mean, sitcoms are your go-to genre. I really, really enjoy watching crime thrillers, or since you mentioned murder mysteries, like those are two of my other favorite genres. So I'm always on the lookout for new movies or series. My YouTube algorithm has also picked this up, and it kind of gives me, new trailers or teasers into upcoming shows, movies, and things like that. So yeah, I mean, the decision making, it boils down to probably how good that trailer is, or if it's an old series, what sort of reviews have this particular series got in IMDb or Letterbox or things like that, right? So it boils down to that. Yeah, other than sitcoms, these two would be my go-to genres. Yeah. What about you? Like, what other genres do you like exploring?
I think documentaries, when someone recommends them, when someone lets us know it's really worth the time. For example, the Veerapan documentary that we watched, like, oh my God, I watched that by myself and then I watched it with you. The Ted Bundy documentary that I keep talking about as well. And and these are all recommended by friends, and that's why I enjoyed it. Also a show like Poachers or a Delhi Crime, which is very dark and
inspired from true
real events. Correct. Yeah. So I think
I know you really enjoyed that Jolly murder case.
Yes. So I think the minute someone says this is real, I am sold. And then when it comes from a friend, then I know that it won't disappoint.
How have you been enjoying the Malayalam content that you've been exposed to in the recent years?
Thanks to you. Now I love watching Malayalam movies. For Malayalam movies, I enjoy theatre watches more than the OTT. But no, I think that content is excellent and a lot of fun. But movies are like a whole different ball game altogether, right? Like I prefer watching a movie at one go. I know you like doing it in multiple sittings and you make a series out of a movie, but
I mean, not all movies though. Like if these are edge of the seat kind of thrillers or cliffhangers or things like that, I would like to finish it in one go. Else, it depends on how the movie is made, right? Yeah.
Correct. I know you're watching The Crown, and how has that been? Like you're really late to the party, but
I think
that going?
Yeah. So I think it's been a very interesting watch so far. Thanks, by the way, for pushing me to watch that.
Again, inspired by true events.
Yeah.
It's a pattern.
Correct. But I think the series is made really well.
For sure.
Yes. I think it's like a history lesson in itself, right? Like if you've missed like some of these historical events and things like that, it's like a good brush up of sorts. It also gives you an understanding of how the royal family functions, which, to be very honest, I didn't have a lot of understanding of how that institution functions. But this series has thrown some light into, how things run in that country. So it's been a, like I said, very interesting watch. So we are halfway through. Yeah, I think now Princess Diana has not come yet, so I'm looking forward to that. So let's see. Yeah.
We forgot to. I think one series that we keep going back to is Modern Family. And I forgot to call that out in the start of the episode.
Yeah. Modern Family, if I were to rank all the sitcoms it'll be very difficult to dethrone this from that number one position, I would say.
100%.
It's a very, very, very well made series. It has everything in it. Laughs, feel good,
The drama.
Yeah, kudos to the creators, right? It's a wonderful series, and if anyone listening to this hasn't watched it yet, I really strongly urge them to do so. Give it a try.
Yeah, and then it's a never-ending.
Yeah.
This you're just going to keep watching it over and over.
Yeah.
Do you think that even in these sitcoms, there's an age at which you should watch each of these? So I think I watched Modern Family a couple of years ago. So 2-3 years ago, I would probably...
Who recommended it to you?
You. Thank you for doing that. Best thing ever. But I watched it in my late 20s. Not 20. I was 25. So yeah, mid 20s. So I think that's a good time to watch something like Modern Family. You probably should start with Big Bang Theory when you are...
Or Friends. I think both
18,
are
19.
around the... Yeah.
No, Friends I think needs some censoring more than
Okay.
Big Bang Theory, I think. So you start with Big Bang Theory when you're like in your late teens, 19-ish. Not that I started... No, I think I started this late only. But I don't think kids are starting this late. They're watching all of this earlier. But yeah, I would say
You're making us sound very old here. But yeah, go on.
But you start with Big Bang Theory in your like 1920s, and then you move to Friends. Then How I Met Your Mother is not very like important to me. I think Brooklyn Nine-Nine also you can start with, like Big Bang Theory, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Friends. But you should watch Modern Family in your mid-20s, because I think it really shapes your idea of how you want to have a family. And like, you know, in an Indian setting, it's a very different dynamic. And when you see them, and while it is so complicated, yet it is not complicated, their way of life, you know what I'm saying? So, and they do it so beautifully. It's so nicely put. You're consuming that content, laughing, but I think it also makes you think. So I do think all these series should be watched at like different times in your life. It means differently.
I guess what you're trying to say is the impact that these shows can have on you, it depends on when you watch it.
Yes.
That's what you're trying to say.
Correct.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you should watch Friends with a pinch of salt, because it's very problematic as well. So you should be of a certain age to know life is not going to be like this. It should not create unrealistic expectations for you that you'll expect from life. So that's why I'm saying Friends is better watch later on, when you know, okay, it's not going to turn out to be that way. And Ross is not a good guy.
Why?
Unpopular opinion, but
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Thanks though. Thanks for sharing your thoughts on this.
Thanks for having me.
This is a good conversation. We're going to go back to watching these shows. We know that.
Yeah.
But I think it's totally worth it. And to the audience, if you've stayed with us till the end of it, we'd love to hear from you. Are you also stuck in the same rut like us, where you keep rewatching these classics? What else could we watch? Also, what are your favorites? Do let us know. Maybe we are missing out on something. And if you have vetted it and you assure us it's going to be good, we will probably get something new to watch. Anyways, thanks for listening in, and have a great day ahead, and we'll see you on the next episode of Take 2. Meanwhile, do keep a lookout for our next episode of One in a Millennial. Thanks, Coco. Bye.
Thanks, Antu. Bye.